What is up, guys? I'm back with another video, and this video will be little amazing for everyone. So in this video we're going to talk about Vivo X43 Pro. So Vivo have just launched their foldable device just today. So I'm just waiting this video today. So Vivo just launched their foldable device today. Last year Vivo launched their X42 Pro, which was actually pretty good for the price. That one was not bad at all. So this year Vivo X43 Pro is actually something crazy. So you need to watch this video whole, and it will be pretty amazing for you all. So let's start a video. So let's start with this phone design first, because design of this phone is really this phone's biggest highlight. First, let's talk about the design normal words. The camera, as and you can see, it's pretty big, and cameras are pretty good in this phone, which I will tell you later on the video. It has a pretty big camera design. Zeiss branding is given, and you can see design is pretty nice. Vivo branding and black colors and volume buttons and everything. But for now, the only one color is available, black. But maybe in future you will get more colors, maybe, I'm not sure. So let's talk about this phone overall design. This phone has, now let's talk about this phone thickness. When folded, this phone is 11.2 millimeter thin, which is pretty thin for the foldable. For reference, the C45 of Samsung is not that thin, and Pixel Fold is also not that thin. So this is pretty thin. Now you will say Honor Magic Honor foldable phones are also pretty thin. Yeah, it is thin, but it's not for a global company. You can buy it, but you won't have Google services. So Vivo phones are actually for everyone. You can buy in US as well. And talking about unfolded, this phone is 5.2 millimeter thin, so it's pretty thin when unfolded as well. So this is something crazy going on over here. So first time in a foldable, this phone is very thin. You can see how thin it is. It's thin as paper. You can see how thin this phone is. And when folded, this phone is also pretty thin, and you can see how big of the display is in unfolded display. And this phone also weighs pretty light. This phone is the lightest foldable right now for my reference. This weighs only 236 grams. For reference, OnePlus Open was the lightest phone for that time. That phone was really weighing around 240 grams. But this phone is also, it's like it's more lighter than OnePlus Open. So that's amazing. Talking about this phone, other features, this has back, it's also made of glass, but it has fiber finish on it, which is good. Aluminium frames are given, okay. So design wise, I will give 10 out of 10, because first time in affordable, this some things are happening first time in affordable. Talking about the screen, this phone has main display is 8.08 inches main display, which is pretty big for affordable. Samsung C45 doesn't have this much big display, but this is pretty big display. And unfolded, this phone is 6.53 inches. Cover display is 6.53 inches, which is also pretty big. Both screens are pretty big. You can see how big its cover display is, and unfold display is already pretty big. So talking about the resolution, it is 2K display, same 2K display, AMOLED display, 120 Hz LTPO display. It supports 4500 nits of peak brightness. And if you don't know what is peak brightness is a number of, like, when you are watching HDR content in Netflix or Amazon or YouTube, so the typical part of the display gets bright up, but the whole display will be normal, but the typical part of the display will go all the way up to 4500 nits. So that's what peak brightness is all about. So display, I will say 2K display. So do display, I will say 10 out of 10, because displays are always good in flagship phones. Talking about this phone performance, this phone comes with a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor, 2024 latest processor. I don't need to tell you anything about this processor. You already know, so many phones have used this processor already. So this processor is already very capable and beyond the imagination. So this processor is already very capable. Talking about the RAM and storage, 16 GB of RAM and 512 GB of storage, and LPDDR5X RAM, UFS 4.0 storage. You will get all flagship features. Talking about OS, this phone comes with FunTouch OS 14 and Android 14 out of the box. For now, by the time I'm recording this video, I don't know how many years of update will this phone get, but you can expect this phone is getting around like 2 to 3 years of update, but I'm not sure for right now. So if I will know it, so I will put in a description if when I will know how many years of update for, but for now I'm not sure about it. Talking about this phone battery, so now battery in this battery, this is world's first foldable over here as well, which has 5500 mAh battery, which is pretty big for a foldable. No foldable has gone this much big battery. Now on a Magic has around 5000 mAh battery, but this is more bigger than that, and this phone also have 100-watt fast charging, so that's amazing. So battery and performance is also pretty sorted, and battery is first time affordable is pretty big, so you will get all day battery life. Talking about this phone, multimedia, so already I told you pretty best display, 2K display, AMOLED display, so you won't have any issues with multimedia. You will enjoy multimedia on this phone. Let's move on to this phone camera. So let's talk about the camera a little bit. Now the main camera is 50 megapixel main camera, 50 megapixel ultra wide camera, 64 megapixel telephoto 3x optical zoom camera, and 32 megapixel both front and unfolded display. Both front cover display 32 megapixel and unfold display is also 32 megapixel, so you are getting two 32 megapixel selfies on both displays. And camera will be awesome in this phone because it has size branding, and you can see the camera is how big it is. And size branding, all the time vivo phones size branding cameras are top of a notch. So but I haven't tested, so I can't tell you my honest opinion, but for reference, the features on this phone camera is amazing. Night mode, portrait photo, video high resolution, panorama, high resolution mode, super slow motion, long exposure, time lapse, super moon is that with a telephoto lens it will use up to, you can zoom up to 100x or 120x, and you can take moon photos, so it's actually amazing. And you have live photo, cinematic portrait, which is like a same as Apple's cinematic mode, but it's actually Android's name. So camera, I can tell you the camera will be good in this phone because size branding and vivo's color enhancement, so camera will be amazing, I will say. Talking about this phone, so camera I will say 10 out of 10 also, display 10 out of 10, battery 10 out of 10, design 10 out of 10. So let's talk about performance, also 10 out of 10 because 8 Gen 3 is already pretty powerful. Talking about this phone, other features, so connectivity, this phone has 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.4, USB Type C, USB 3.2 Gen 2 port. And talking about sensors, you can see all the sensors are supported in this phone. You can find if your sensor is supported, and GPS is also supported, OTG connector is also supported, FM radio is not supported, NFC is supported. So you are getting all the flagship features you can expect from a phone that flagship. So yeah, this is vivo X4 3 Pro, and for now price, I'm not sure about the price, but it is around 1 lakh to 90,000 in India. I'm not sure about US price, but for now this phone is only available in India, but it will be available in global soon enough. But for now it's only available in India, so India price will be around 1 lakh to 90,000. It will be little cheaper than Samsung Z Fold 5, but I'm not sure about the price, so if I will know the price, so I will put in a caption below. And some honorable mention, this phone is 100 times tested, unfold and fold and fold and fold, and you can use this phone up to 12 years without any problems, so amazing. And this phone is also IPX8 waterproof, so it's almost waterproof but not dust proof. All foldables are not dust proof. So yeah, this is vivo X4 3 Pro. What are your opinions on this phone? Comment below. And this is I, and as always, signing off. See you guys. Bye.